and I've actually replaced both of these servos. This is the rudder and tail wheel, and this one over here is the elevator. So they're now both Metal Gear servos, and the original servos are plastic gear. They'll go into my spares. These are the same servos, by the way, that you get on the Bixlers. The Bixlers 3, at least I know that for sure, because I've used one from the ailerons on the Slowpoke to fix the rudder on my Bixler 3, and they fit perfectly. Yeah, so they'll be good spares for the Bixler should I need them again. This is a metal arm, and it has a metal rod coming through the middle, and it has a little grommet on this side which holds it all together. And apparently once you've got your tail feathers all in place, you can't get at this and it comes loose. So what I've done, I put CA glue, dropped on it, got it in between this metal arm and the rod in the middle, and put activator on it, and also allowed it to dribble onto this grommet so it won't come undone. So hopefully that'll keep that connected to the rod which the wheel's connected onto. Something I've noticed about the Slowpoke, the foam is very soft. I believe it's made of the same stuff other foam planes are made from, but it doesn't half mark easy. You just put a bit of pressure on it and it shows it. I want to join the wings together. Now in order to do that, you've got this wooden spar. It says Slowpoke on it. Not very good, but it does say Slowpoke on it. I marked the midway point because there is a bit of dihedral on the wings. This will just sit in the wing. I'm not gluing it at all. I don't want to use a huge amount. I'll turn it around this way. Let's put a bit there, a bit there, a bit here, a bit here. That's it. Just leave it like that. Join them up together. There we go. Leave those for 5 minutes. Come back and put them together.
5 minutes later.
Put these together. I'll have to hold them, of course. That's it. Easy enough. Over here, see this bit actually goes in like that. This part, I've been told they go on different ways. There you go. This is the inside setup I've done. So here's the speed controller, just tucked away at the top here, and here's the XT60 connection for the battery. This is my satellite aerial, which is running port to starboard. So it's running down the lengthways of the wing. Then up here, this is the receiver itself, which is running nose to tail, forward to aft. I don't know if that's what they say on an aircraft. This is the slot where the aileron cables come through, and this is the Y cable for the ailerons. And then the elevator and rudder are plugged into the receiver as well. It's a Spectrum receiver. It's a 6-channel Spectrum receiver. I just really like them. I think they're a great price, and I've never had one fail on me yet. Since I joined the wings together, I use my favourite reinforced tape just to run it along the seams where they're joined, and that's on both sides. So I'm going to glue the vertical and horizontal rear stabilisers on, and this is quite smooth foam, so I'm going to mark where it sits very roughly. Now the reason I've done that, this area here I'll rough up, and I'll rough that up as well. I basically just score it like that, just take that smoothness away. Now I could use a craft knife if you want it a bit deeper, but that's rough enough. And then on this bit I just do exactly the same. Now I can't really get in there, so what I'll do, I'll rough this piece up and this piece as well. Of course, not to forget this bit here. So that's quite good. Let's put that over there. And this. Let that go off a little bit. Now this is where I just hope that my little fix down there is going to work and keep that on. Okay, I think that's good. That's it. Make sure they're absolutely straight. I really like this contact adhesive, because if you get some that spills out, you just rub it and it goes away. I think we're safe to leave that like that. We'll come back to it in about an hour.
1 hour later.
So we're back. This looks all glued on nicely. Very well done. If I don't mind saying so myself, it's not going anywhere. I'm quite happy with that. So the next thing to do is to fit this plastic plate that goes in there, like so. And this plastic plate that goes up here. Now I am going to glue those in. Actually, I love these instructions. What we're going to do, we're going to use some sticky. Okay, so this is sticky. So I'm going to use sticky on this piece and this piece. And this is probably what I've been doing wrong. I've been using glue and I should have been using sticky. I've mixed up some 5-minute epoxy. I'm going to take this out, if I can get it out. Yep. Okay, and we're going to do the same for this little piece here. Just made it so the wings won't come apart again. Right, so let's keep those in there. Leave that to cure. Okay, so while that's drying, I want to show you these. These are Easy Light. They're absolutely brilliant for adding a little bit of something to your aircraft. So that's the red one. And they've got sticky back, a little plastic pad to put where you want them. So as an example, So it would have the green, and they'll be balanced because there'll be one on each side. Somewhere on the belly of the aircraft, I'll have this one. Yeah, they've got little batteries, LiPo batteries in them. They've got a little port here where you plug them into a USB cable, plug it in your computer, and you can charge them up. Screws that go in through these plates. So I've no idea how much of that you got, if any of it. I'll have to go and watch the video because I've not recorded it again, unless I absolutely had to. But while I was recording, I got a bleep, 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 and my battery went flat. But basically, I've epoxied this in, I've epoxied that in. These are 20mm screws holding the plate at the front, not 25 as the manual says. These then are 50mm screws, and the ones at the back, if I remember correctly, are 35mm screws, and they are 35, they are 50. These are not 25, they are 20s. And there we pop the wheels in. These are the wheels, quite nice. They run smoothly, and they're rubber, they're spongy rubber, and they've got these collets on that I love. Now, looking at them, they are raked a bit, so they're raked forward. And that would mean that they go in there like that. Okay, I think that's right. Yeah, and that goes in there like that. Good, look, because I put it in this way, and it doesn't quite fit properly. It's got an edge sticking up here. If I flip it over, yeah, that's slightly angled as well, I believe. But if I put that in there, it fits perfectly. And there's these tiny 6mm screws to hold that in. Hardly seems possible, does it? Right, well, they're in. Like that. Let's put the wings on. So I put extension cables on these, which makes it really easy to get into there. And we put the screws in. Long screws go in here. Drop down. Hope that went somewhere. That's going into something. As is that. And then we've got the two 35s. Seems to be standing out quite a bit. There we go. Over tighten them, but I don't want them too loose either. So that might be okay. Hey, starting to look like an aeroplane. Where's my pilot? So he looks like. There we go.